Last U.S. airstrike was like the plot of Top Gun 2, where they had to use two bunker busting bombs in succession in order to kill the target. And that's what we see what happened. Very successful mission. Probably one of many, because Iran is going to do something stupid and they're going to F around and find out. Now, for those of you out there that don't think that this should have happened, you are completely wrong. Democrat politicians who are bought and paid for by China are out there squawking about how this is a problem. But we've seen that they have a problem anytime we do anything to Iran, because Iran is backed by China, and these Democrat politicians are politicians are in turn paid off by communist China. And this is no hyperbole. This is no joking around. Joe Biden was paid off by the Chinese. Blinken was paid off by the Chinese. Eric Swalwell is paid off by the Chinese. He was banging Fang. We see that China's making a move. By the way, we are at war with China, and you may not know this. You may be hearing this for the first time. I'm just about always right. This one's easy to see. That's why I have this channel. I put things out and tell people what's happening, what's going on, because I've got a very high success rate. What's going on here is China and the United States are at war. China has done things that have declared war on themselves. They have interfered in U.S. elections. Back in 2018, President Trump put out an executive order saying that any foreign countries that interfered with the elections, that was considered an act of war. And we're seeing that China got involved in many aspects with cheating an election. I have to watch what I say here on YouTube. They did a bunch of stuff. We're seeing, and it's the news right now. We're seeing that thousands of fake driver's licenses were created by China, fake ballots, most probably. They caught them. And there's other things that the Chinese have done to start this war with America. They released a certain something that has to remain unnamed on YouTube, a virus. They did this in 2020, just before the election, to stop Trump from becoming president and continue on with their program of taking over the United States from within by paying off politicians and Manchurian candidates like Joe Biden and Blinken and so many others. Even what's his name, Mitch McConnell. He's a Chinese agent. He got $25,000 for marrying his Chinese bride, but she is she's the daughter of a high-level Chinese Communist Party guy. So, her father. So we are at war with China. Iran is their proxy. They're crying, the Democrats are crying that this may do some retaliations, but why against the U.S.? But they've never cared before. They don't care. They're full of crap. They're just using this hyperbole to try to resist and trip up Trump every chance they can get. Their main cry now is, we got to impeach him. Another third fake impeachment. And he has opened us up to attacks. Well, Iran was already attacking us as it were. They're also attacking everybody in the world, and they're doing it with the backing of China. China and the United States are at war. It is a silent war, but it's going to increase even more. By doing this, the United States, what they do is they stop. The big cry is, this is going to open us to retaliation. Well, what would you rather have, retaliation with drones and ballistic missiles, or would you have retaliation with nukes? I'm here to tell you Iran already has nukes. They probably bought some from Russia in the 90s when they were selling off whole nuclear subs with nuclear weapons on them, or they may have purchased one from Pakistan. They may have a couple, but what they want to do is they want to crank out their own so they can create nuclear bombs, pennies on the dollar for what they have to pay other people for. So what's worse, retaliation with drones and speedboats, or retaliation with nukes, with them trying to sneak one in? The border was porous. There's agents in here, Iranian and Chinese agents. They're working together. So what's worse? So I'm all for destroying this facility, and it in turn, once the Israelis and the United States, with backing from the United States, wax out this country, and the people rise up, and that's going to happen. What's eventually going to happen, this regime in Iran is brutal to the world, but also to its own people. So if you keep down the mullah and wipe out all of their decision makers, then what's eventually going to happen is the people are going to have enough of this and of the war, and they're going to flip and get the mullahs out, and it's going to be a whole new government. And that's going to deny China the natural resources that they're getting. They are going under sanctions to Iran for oil and natural gas because it's cheaper, but they're supporting each other. And there's Chinese cargo planes flying in there now under secret flight plans. What are they bringing in there? More missiles to hit Israel with? Are they actually bringing nuclear material in? China makes Hitler and his henchmen look like choir boys. China is way more evil than even the Nazis from the 30s, the Germans. And they have started a war with the United States just because Trump doesn't talk about it. He knows better than anybody. They have attempted to take him out multiple times, and they have done things across the world. There's also attacks that's been happening in the United States. Somebody hit Maui and LA and other portions of the United States with directed energy weapons. We see that has stopped now that Trump has gotten in. But somebody was hitting the United States, also heads of cattle and also chicken processing plants. So on top of getting their politicians in their pocket and killing the food chain and destroying whole areas. By the way, China's also working with the United Nations, the WHO, all that kind of stuff. So this is not just the Chinese, but the globalists. They wouldn't have been able to put together these technologies in which they're zapping the United States. They may still not have it. This may be the black nobility or other European or intelligence agencies' own personal direct energy weapons, whether they be drones, big planes, or satellites, or a combination thereof. We don't know. But China is behind it, or is in collusion with the directed energy weapons attacks that are going on in America, and is working with the globalists to topple America so then they can put themselves in position to be number one in the world and to take over the world. The globalists and Chinese are working on this. I've been talking about this for 20 years, and it's true. You'll see. You subscribe to my channel, you will see that I'm right over and over again, because I know the playbook, I know what they're doing, I know the players, and I know the end goals. I can call them. I've got a very, very good track record. So this Top Gun operation that they did is going to, we're going to check into it and get into the specifics of it. And just remember, this is to stop Iran from being able to nuke the United States with hypersonic missiles. They've now got missiles that go 5 times the speed of sound. It looks like that the Israelis can't stop these. And so Israel is fighting for its life. If they don't stop the nuclear proliferation, what's going to happen is Tel Aviv is going to go up in a fireball, and United States portions as well. So this had to be done. Don't listen to the leftists. Leftism is mental illness. And I'm not even joking when I say that. When you see these protesters, they never look well. They are criminals or they are mentally ill. They don't know what's really going on, so we have to battle through everything that they're doing anyway, all the crying and the screaming, and all of the other things that they're doing to, to attacking Tesla plants, terminating Democrat politicians that don't toe the line, which we just saw in Minnesota. Tim Walz is behind that, by the way. I've been talking extensively about how the Democratic Party uses death squads to take out people. They've used MS-13. They used a CIA hitter to take out the CEO of United Healthcare. This Luigi guy isn't the guy that did it. That's very obvious, but they're pumping it up. So what we're seeing is by doing this, the United States has taken out Iran so they can then deny a source of natural resources, gas and fuel, to the Chinese, and they are fighting back to what the Chinese have done to the U.S. They are shutting down their supply lines, hitting them with tariffs, stopping their illegal fuel that they're getting, and they are going to collapse economically, and they will eventually have to make a move, and that's when the United States will utterly destroy them. So I know that's quite an introduction. So we're going to go into the rest of this video here. I've been sent this. This is a crew called Business Basics, and let's check it out.